Hello everyone, I am Dhruva and I am here to teach you mathematics. The topics we already discussed are what are integers, what is closure property under addition and subtraction, and now we will move to the topic commutative property. This is the second property of integers. The first property is closure property, but there are two sections. One is closure property under addition and the second one is closure property under subtraction. But now we will discuss the topic which is commutative property. This is very much important. You have to know what is commutative property, but commutative property under which operation we'll have to look at it. uh, Commutative property under addition. So first of all we will discuss the commutative property under addition. We will have to take two numbers, that is two integers. The first integer is suppose 3 and the second integer is the first integer is 3 and the second integer is -5. Okay, in commutative property what we will have to do is we'll have to exchange the position of the numbers. There are two numbers, the first number is 3 and the second number is -5. Now we will exchange their positions, that is we will take -5 in the first position and +3 in the second position. Now we will have to find the value of, in both the cases. In the first case you will get 3 plus minus, they will combine to give -5. Now 3 minus 5 will give you -2. In case of the -5 and +3, the signs before the numbers are different, so we will subtract the smaller number from the larger number, that is 5 minus 3, then you will get what, 2. But before 2 we will have to put the sign negative. So we have seen that we have got the same result, that is -2 in case of 3 plus -5 and -2 in case of -5 plus 3. If you get two different results, then you can say that the numbers are not commutative. But here we have seen that the numbers, after exchanging their positions, they give the same result, right? So we can say that integers obey the commutative property. uh, let's take another example. The next example is -3 plus 8. Okay, now we will exchange their positions, that is we will take 8 in the first position and -3 in the second position. We are discussing the operation addition, that is why we have taken the sign plus in front before -3. Now in both cases you can see that the numbers have different signs before them, right? So we will have to subtract 3 from 8 in the first case, so you will get 5, but there is positive sign in front of before 8, so we will take the positive sign. In the second case, 8 plus and minus, both of these signs combine to give minus. 8 minus 3 will give you 5. So you can see that in both the cases the results are same. So we can say that integers obey commutative property under addition. Now we'll have to go to the associative property. In case of associative property, we have to take three numbers, three integers. Here the numbers taken are -5, -3 and -2. So what you have to do is you will have to take three numbers, suppose 2, then 3, then 5, again 2, 3 and 5. You will have to take two cases, three numbers and two cases. In the first case you have to put positive sign in between the numbers. In the second case you will have to put positive signs in between the numbers, but we will take small bracket and we'll put 2 and 3 in between that small bracket. And in the second case we'll put 3 and 5 in between the small bracket. Now what you see, 2 plus 3, 2 and 3, both of these are in between the brackets, so we will have to add 2 and 3 first. Then after we get the sum of 2 and 3, which is 5, we'll have to add it with the next 5. So 5 and 5, they will combine to form 10. Now in the second case, you'll have to take the 2 as it is, and after that you'll have to add 5 and 3, then you get 8. 2 and 8, both of these will add to give 10. So we can see that we are getting same results in both the cases. In the first case we have got 10, in the second case we have got 10. So if the results are same, then we can say that integers obey the associative property under addition. Now we will take three numbers which are negative, okay, which are negative. Suppose the first number is -2, second number is -4, and a third number is -6. -2, -4 and -6. In the second case we will have to take same numbers, -2, -4 and -6. Now we will put positive signs, plus, again plus, here we will have to put plus and plus here. Now what you have to do is you have to take small bracket. Now -4 should be in between small bracket, and there should be a curly bracket, right? And -6 should be included in the small bracket. In the second case, what you will have to do is you'll have to put -4 inside the small bracket and -6 inside the small bracket. Then you'll have to include -4 and -3 in between the curly bracket. Now what you have to do is, in the first case, look at the first case. In the first case, you'll have to add -2 and -4 first. After adding -2 and -4, you will have to add -6 with their sum. Now -2 and -4, both of these will give -6. There is another -6, and both of these -6 will combine to give you -12. In the second case, there is a -2, and after the positive sign there is -6 and -4. When you add -4 and -6, you will get -10. So -2 and -10, both of these will combine to give -12. So here we can see that in the first case the result is -12, in the second case the result is -12. So in both cases the results are same. That is why we can say that integers obey the associative property under addition. So you can see here, you will not find any example for which the sums are different. Addition is associative for integers. So this is clearly written here that addition is associative for integers. So we can say that if we take three numbers ABC and ABC plus 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 plus, in the first case you will have to take A and B inside the bracket. In the second case you will take B and C inside the bracket, but what you will get in both cases, the results are same. So we can say that associative property is obeyed by integers in case of addition. So for which operation we are taking this example? For the addition operation. Now additive identity. Suppose you are taking a number which is 5, right? So you have to add something with 5 so that you can get 5. So what you will get? There is 5. You have to add something with 5 so that you can get 5. So you have to add 0 with 5, right? In the second case, let's take -8. You'll have to get -8 after adding something with minus a. So that something is 0. That is why 0 is called the additive identity. 0 is called the additive identity for integers because 0 is the only number which we can add a number, and then after adding we get the same number as the result. So 0 is the additive identity, and for additive identity we can use the expression like this: if a is an integer, then a plus 0 will give you a, and also 0 plus a will give you a. So this is the mathematical expression for the additive identity of property. Now let's move to the example 1. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 3. If the sum is minus 3, then there should be a negative number, because we cannot get a negative number after adding two positive numbers. So we'll have to take two negative numbers or at least one negative number so that we can get the sum minus 3. So you can take 5 and 2. 5 and 2, you'll have to get minus 3. So there must be minus sign before 5 and there must be positive sign before 2. So there are two integers. The first one is minus 5 and the second one is 2, right? So if you add minus 5 and 2, how will you add? The signs before 5 and 2 are different, so we'll have to subtract 2 from 5 and then we will get 3. But before 5 the sign is minus, so we will put here negative sign. So we can say that the two numbers are minus 5 and 2. They will combine to give you minus 3. Now difference is minus 5, so there should be two numbers and the difference of the numbers should be minus 5. So you can take 1 and 6, right? You'll have to take two numbers and difference of them should be 5. You'll have to take two numbers, the difference of those numbers will have to be 5. After that you can come to the case minus 5. You can take the minus sign, but how will you get minus 5? Can we put minus sign before 1 and plus sign before 6? No. What you will have to do, you'll have to take plus sign and before 1 and minus sign before 6, because in the second case, in this case, the sign before 1 is plus and the sign before 6 is minus. So we can say that the signs before the numbers are different. So what we will have to do is we'll have to subtract 1 from 6. What we will get? 6 minus 1, this will give you 5, and we will have to take that sign which is just before the larger number. The larger number is 6, so the sign before 6 is minus, so we will get minus 5. So the numbers are 1 and 6, because the difference of 1 and 6 is minus 5. Difference is 2. Okay, you'll have to take two numbers whose difference is 2. Suppose you can take 5 and 3, right? So take 5 and 3. You can put positive sign before 5 and negative sign before 3, but in this case you will get plus 2. But what you have to get is, okay, in the second case you will have to in the C option you will have to get 2. So you can take plus 5 and plus 3. So difference of 5 and 3, this is 2. Sum is 0. Okay, in the D case sum should be 0. So how can you take two numbers so that their sum is 0? It is very simple. You will have to take a number and the negative of the number. Plus 4 and minus 4. Plus 4 and minus 4. This will give you 0. So the first number is plus 4. Okay. So the first number is plus 4 and the second number is minus 4, and their sum is 0. So we have discussed some of the topics related to integers. The first topic is commutative property, the second topic is associative property, and after that we have discussed the additive identity. After this we'll have to take the concept of, we'll have to discuss the concept of additive inverse, but not today. We will talk about additive inverse in our next class. Thank you.